my name is Maria Elisa Zambrano, and today we're going to talk a little bit about hidden talents. But what are hidden talents? Well, we all know someone with a hidden talent. Maybe someone who was really good at kitchen, somebody who's really good at math, or someone who has a big ability for drawing and can make portraits of people, and that is amazing. And then we sit and think, oh my god, but they all have a talent and I don't have any talent. What do I do? It's like magic. And then you start to practice and you feel overwhelmed and leave it because you don't have any gift as they have. That's what we all think, but that is not true at all. I mean, people who with talents, with hidden talents, they have gifts, but they have something else more important. The internal needing of practicing it. And that is the important part of everything. If you want to overcome in an area and have a talent on that, you don't actually need to be born with the talent, because nobody born with a talent actually. You have to practice it. You have to put your soul in it to get there. How do you think artists get so well in art? They practice drawing human bodies, they practice drawing landscapes. They do practice a lot, and that is the point. Talent is not just gifted by God. He gave us all a talent, but we have to find it and build it and make it stronger with practice. So we all have hidden talents, but not all of us explode or try to work on it to make it significant. So that's a thing that I think a lot, and it really makes sense. It does make sense. Like when you see movies, in the way Spider-Man, one of my favorite movies, you see that Peter Parker is a completely normal person, but he suddenly have a gift, his superpower, and that superpower gives him a lot of responsibilities. And at the beginning, he doesn't know what to do with that, like all of us. But then he practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and eventually overcome. And that's what I want you to think about anytime that you say, I don't have nothing. You might have something that you haven't noticed, but you have to think about it, think about it. What am I good at? You probably know the answer right now. You're probably thinking about the answer, so that is where you have to practice. You might be wondering how to. Well, in the way you will find out. But the important part is to begin the practice right now. For example, if you want to learn a language, you have to try it almost every day and put yourself on it again, and eventually you can do it. If you want to travel the world without feeling so anxious, and if you want to learn a lot about a lot of countries, a lot of cultures, you have to travel the world. That's what I wanted to say. And when you travel the world, you start learning a lot of things, and you eventually become good about history just by traveling or by studying. Or if you want to be good at math, you have to practice a lot of exercises until you get it. So, gifted people are gifted by God, but they also have practiced it a lot. So, we all have a hidden talent. We just have to search deep for it, and we might find it. And when we find it, we will hold it tight, and do our best to make it better. But you have to begin, because if you don't begin, you will spend your whole life without knowing which talent did you have. And I think it is really sad to spend your whole life without knowing what are you good at, or waste your talent just because you think, oh, that is not important. No, begin now. Start with it. You can do it. Trust me. That was all for today. Thank you. Mwah.